Peace and Black Power. Once again, it's the African Empowerment Network. We're here with a young king. I'm gonna let him introduce himself and tell you a little bit about what we're gonna be talking about today.
How y'all doing this evening? My name is Leroy Butler. I'm a community member, born and raised in Sarasota, Florida, the greater Newtown community. Talking a little bit today about some of the different programs and organizations that I do in the community to try to uplift the community, and some political agendas and things going on in that realm.
All right, but you've been a community activist or social activist. How long have you been involved with that type of work?
Oh man, I've been a social activist, or people are scared of the word rebel, but I've been a rebel since I was about 15. So once I learned how to read and I started reading, and education was the best weapon ever happened to me, man. It's the best thing. It's very uplifting, very liberating, and it's something that everyone should look into, man. Just read. I don't care if you're 57, 99 years old, read more. Keep picking up journals, articles, know what's going on.
What were some of the books you read when you first got in the knowledge to want you to get into social activism?
Well, I majored in anthropology and sociology in college, so I read a plethora of journals and excerpts and just field studies and studied things about social interactions and cultures and how we are where we are today or whatnot. So one of the things that stuck out, one of the biggest books that stuck out to me, and it really reframed the way I carry myself, was Carter G. Woodson's The Miseducation of the Negro. Carter G. Woodson was an African American Harvard graduate. He wrote The Miseducation of the Negro, and it was in the processes and the societal forces that shape basically where we are today and where we were back then. And it was probably the most liberating book I've ever read.
How accurate would you say the content in the book was as far as describing the situation we're in today?
Well, one of the big things they talk about is just the ideal of conceptual incarceration. He talks about if you control a man's thinking, you don't have to worry about his whereabouts. He will find his place in society and he will sit there until otherwise. Well, his education makes it necessary for him to break free of his conceptual incarceration.
Speaking on the involvement with the youth and things plaguing the youth, what would you say in your opinion are some of the major issues going on right now in our community plaguing the youth or negatively influencing the youth to keep us down?
Lack thereof education, I would have to say, is the lack thereof making education cool. Like education doesn't come off as something that's cool.
Right.
Being better in football holds a higher value than having a 4.0 GPA in the neighborhood. It's not just mine. Being that guy toting that 40 cal makes you tougher, makes you better, has more added value in your circumstance than that kid with that 3.7. We have to shift the whole way we perceive things. We have to shift our whole values as a culture to trickle that down to the young man, to trickle that down to our young ladies, to trickle that down that, hey, you don't have to act like those women on Love and Hip Hop, fighting, scratching, biting, B-word, age, and all this here. You don't know. You don't have to behave. Understand that that's entertainment for the market. That's not what you have to behave like. With our kids internalize. So our kids internalize and they start to behave like.
Now, with that being said, what do you think some of the solutions we could give to the kids or the youth? Like, I think the kids look up to money and a false sense of what they seem to be power as what draws them into that negative lifestyle. With us being on the positive vibe, trying to give them that image, what do you think some things we could do to kind of draw the youth in?
What we're doing right now, it's dialogue, have these conversations. That's all you can do is talk to them, expose them to these kind of conversations. Say, hey, that's not cool. This is what it really is. Be able to code switch with them. Be able to talk their language so they understand that it's authentic. Be able to explain to them, to teach them another language. So you talk their language, you teach them another language. You let them know you understand what's quote unquote real and what your definition of real, young man, is. It's not even real at all. It's mental shit. Like you said, we need more work. That's what we can do. Make them value these things. We have to reshift their value system.
Right.
them it's football practice or baseball practice. Everybody there.
On time.
So we got to school too.
Excuses, late.
And it's not their fault. Because the society has taught them that's what's important. That's what matters.
Nah. From all the work you've been doing in the community, what's some of the benefits you've seen from the service and efforts you put in so far?
Inspiring other people to do it, inspiring people, because one thing about it, man, humans get caught up in titles and names. And they keep forgetting the most important title, human. Any human, no matter what you've done in the past, future, present, your past life, last year, has the ability to inspire somebody to do right and save a life and positively affect not only the black community, but America as a community, the black and white community. We won. We ain't won equality-wise, but we're one. We're humans. We're humans. And I know the vast majority of humans have great hearts. Look at the progress we have today. 60 years ago, this conversation ain't even happened. Not here. Not in this community. You know what I'm saying? 60 years ago, it was Dirtville back. We gotta keep in mind that humans generally, we can do it. We just gotta set aside our difference. You can agree to disagree without hating each other. I always live one of the principles I live by. The purpose of a disagreement or argument should never be whether who wins or loses. Always be progress. Argument, discussion, disagreement should always be progress. It should never be whether who wins or loses, and the winner and the loser should both take something productive away from that conversation. Period. We're civilized and we're civilized humans. We have to behave like we're civilized. Just because I lost, I'm not going to think of your demise. I'm not going to prepare your demise. Consider what you said, critically think, and just see if we can have a common ground, meet somewhere in the middle. It is people are very, 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 very egotistical about the win-lose thing. It's just one of the things we got to grow out of as a human race. This ain't even the black things and the white things, it's a human thing.
Speaking to me on that one, that was one of my hardest teachings right there. Learning to be able to disagree and still get along with them and not have no grudge or no a grievance in my heart against that person or whatever. Like you said, wishing for their demise.
Oh,
definitely a process of maturation.
Oh yeah, and it happens. When it had the same to me, and this is me personally speaking for me. Once I became, reading the first, it's their stages. That's you're becoming a woman.
Right.
So the first stage I was in, you can ask every single kid I went to college with, and I didn't even know I came off like that. I was angry, very angry, and I had a right to be angry, so I wasn't mad about nothing,
Got these blinds over my eyes for this long,
I wasn't crying over because I cracked my iPhone screen, I wasn't mad about it, stuff like that. I'm like, whoa, there are a lot of systems that ain't right. Ain't right is ain't right. The question what we have to do is, so what we're doing at school, creating a dialogue, but it's just like in any war. It's not about how many you kill. So it's about who delivered the message to the kid.
Right.
Me and you delivering it over and over is gonna help. Not one of these gangsters deliver it. The guys they look up to. The guys they want to be like saying, "Whoa, this ain't it. This ain't what it is, little bro." And I was, in this. I wish I could. I'm young, but I wish I could have grew up in the 50s and 60s because I heard that's what it was like in the 50s.
Being raised by a community.
Raised by a community. You couldn't sell a kid drugs in 1950. Get banged. You couldn't rape a woman and get banged. You can't sell crack to old women. You get banged. You can't rob an old woman. You get banged. That's not what we do.
At all. We done lost that.
We got love. The whole essence of gangs and Bloods and Crips, they were created to protect neighborhoods. It was self-love. Right. Now how we get into killing each other over it, and the biggest misconception in the world, man. It's one of those misconceptions that you just gotta keep fighting it. But at the end of the day, that's why celebrities get so much flack. You know, they're not keeping it real. It's not about keeping it real. They do have their tongue tied. They do have things they have to do to support themselves. That's why I love what Beyonce did, Super Bowl, man, and the Super Bowl weekend. Everybody was like, oh, she don't tie herself to the background. Sometimes you have to build yourself up and get a platform to deliver a message that can really be heard. If you just yelling all the time. In the video, she came out in New Orleans and they had a scene where the guy was like emulating Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown. You ever seen the video?
Yeah.
I seen that and I was like, oh man, see, and I seen that and I smiled from ear to ear when I see it. You're gonna have critics from both angles. Some people didn't believe she should have did. She's bringing a dialogue about. They didn't expect her to do. Yeah, man, that was messed up. Trayvon Martin was messed up, you know, and it's happening. Yeah, we have our issues as a community. The crime rate in Chicago is messed up. But what I'm here saying is there's so many other players in that situation. The same reason why 425 black men kill each other in Chicago is the same reason why white men kill Trayvon Martin out of fear. Period.
You spoke earlier on the involvement of the youth and the work that you're doing. Could you explain to the people the importance of the type of work that you're doing and the importance of just involving the youth in anything that you're doing as far as building?
Well, it's very important, and I focus mainly on the one generational piece. You know what I'm saying? The kids are our future, man. The kids are, you know, what we leave behind is what we'll become, you know. So I'm a part of the Brotherhood. I'm an uncle in the Brotherhood Man Mentoring Group, and we meet in Janie's Gardens, which was a housing project when I was growing up. We just talk to them about life. We talk real life. These conversations we have, you know, 8 through 18, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it with you. We're gonna give you the real deal Holyfield. It's the only way to be because when you turn 18, guess what happens? That's the only way to be.
Hit with that real. Man, how you find out about the organization you were a part of now?
Well, it's funny. My Uncle Dominic actually started the Brotherhood of Man, and I was still in high school. And he asked me to come in as a guest speaker.
In high school?
I was in high school. And I came in, and I'm a part of it. They signed me up. I came in, and I seen him, and everybody knew me because I was you know, football. You know, I was a defensive player there at Booker High School. I was pretty popular, you know, prom king and all that good stuff. Oh, that's it. Go Leroy, the dance and all that. So, you know what I'm saying? So the kids sitting there, and I had their attention, not them. Like me trying to talk to them, I'm removed from that age group, man. You know, so I had their attention there. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, don't let that fool me. Got 3.8 GPA. Got all this stuff in order. To read every day, do all the homework. You ain't getting in no trouble. Like, he taking care of, like, long term. I'm not investing in, like, whole football, go to NFL dream, which is like every dude that made it, I'm proud of. My little brother played. I got friends that made it. Mass scale, bigger scale. 1,300 slots in the NFL. 1,300. There are about 20 million high school football players taking 1,300 spots. Disproportionately, we affected by the ones that don't make it.
Right.
So it's like, just like poker, you need outs. Football is an out. Education is an out. Baseball is an out. Let's not put all our eggs in one out. And if you're going to put all your eggs in one out, education has a 999 batting average. Education is for marginalized poor people. Education is for marginalized poor people. If you think about it from a philosophical standpoint, if my dad, $10 million company. When I was 18 years old, telling me to go to the age of plateau. Do I really need to go to school? Do I really need to learn all this stuff to learn how? He can just teach me how to run this company.
Right.
Teach me how to run the company. Either way it goes, great. We don't have those resources and those cover resources and those different opportunities. You create one via education. You create your own. You know, it's the only thing that's offered for you. There's nothing that, unless you have a learning disability or something, there's nothing that's restraining you from a free public education. Which brings me to my next point, where I'm so upset our children, they come to schools and they don't see what I see. They don't see that, my granddaddy had to sit in the back of the classroom, you know what I'm saying? No matter how hard he did or how well he studied, he was receiving an F on the table. They got the worst resources. They weren't even allowed to use the computer, like whatever that. They don't even realize that. And then they come here with all these resources and opportunity, and for whatever reason, that multifaceted problem I was talking about earlier, these kids come here and blow it off. So it's like, no, this isn't right. You start, because you're naturally a part of this world, so in this society, so you start thinking like, I'm supporting this perpetual cycle by doing this. And this is so discriminative toward my people, and they're all supporting this goes toward the woman, and so a lot of everything we're in, because it's a melting pot, it's kind of hypocritical. Mm-hmm. Everything we're in is kind of hypocritical. So it's one of the things where, yes, African Americans need to be uplifted. We should be uplifted, all day. Why Black Power comes off as intimidating? Because I don't think it's intimidating at all. I think it represents strength. I think it represents power. I think it represents unity in the people that are disenfranchised. Right. That's what you would want to uplift. Mm-hmm. It's a necessity considering what our kids are going to hear on the radio. It's a necessity considering when they're going to real what they're going to see, the images of African American that they're going to see. The majority of them. That's why you need a Black Power. Loud, it's beautiful. It's not saying Black Power and white is down. It's not. It's Black Power. It's unifying. It's one of the things where unifying. You respect all people, and it's not one of the things that kills. That's a separatist attitude. You're supposed to be included. But when is the inclusion gonna start? When is the inclusion gonna start? We got a very good. When it started, when there was no need for a Black Power, man, look here. You don't want. Statistically, minorities represent everything that is negative in this country disproportionately. Right. The prison system is black and brown. There are over 315 million people in America. How is it possible that whites make up about over 60% of the population? And blacks about 17, Hispanics about 20. How do we make up 70% of the prison industrial complex? We don't have the numbers to commit more crime. Either we're getting sentenced harder, which is evident because we have presidents and all these people doing parties and reducing time. And that's the only, we have to be getting sentenced harder, or policed harder. So it's one or the other. So it's like, there's so much obvious things, and a lot of people are scared to speak on it or whatnot. It's one of the things you just gotta, you really gotta be realistic about the situation. Like, there is a problem. We are treated differently. There is a problem. And, that doesn't mean that individual. I firmly believe that every individual, not every, majority of individuals are loved. White, black, blue, and green.
Getting back to some of the work you've been doing with the youth and in the community. Seeing that we just spoke on a lot of the things going on politically wise, socially and everything, what was the major thing that pushed you to want to get into being involved in uplifting the community and the youth?
I've always been a loving, like, want the best for everybody type person, I've always been one of those people who live in euphoria. I said, I live in euphoria. You can't tell me I can't save them all. I will find a way to be right. You can't save them all. You're right. I might not be able to save them all. But how you gonna measure how many I'm gonna save? I might save one out of a million. That one might save 200. Mm-hmm. The 200 he said, he might save one. That one might save 300. So there's no metric to really measure.
I thought your work really going.
Yeah, there's no, you can't measure. You just drop it off. You just you plant the seed.
Right.
You plant the seed and it grows. You know what I'm saying? I don't know too many people who plant a seed and watch every second of the day, of the hour when the seed's growing and with the nutrients it's drinking. You never know. You might drop something in a kid that might not save his life, but it touched him, and he dropping the next kid. You know what I'm saying? He saved that kid life, but he get, in a situation that's boom. So that's why you drop it. You have to drop the knowledge. That's why you have to. You have to give back. You have to be a positive role model.
I personally have taken notice to the work you've been doing in the community. I definitely appreciate and respect everything you've been doing with the youth, the young kings and queens that we got in the community, providing them with a positive black male role model to look up to, along with all the time and dedication you've been giving to this cause. At this current moment, are there any clubs, groups, or organizations that you would recommend the youth or anybody in the community to get involved with to help take some of the load off you or to help get involved with the work?
Oh yeah, man. You can anything, man. There's never enough programs. We got a Brotherhood of Man mentoring group. That's one I'm a part of. We have open doors. Anything, anybody come in and help out. We have Newtown Nation. Newtown Nation is a big one, huge one. We got Dr. Moore has a mentoring group. And there's a church mentoring group at Bethlehem. There's a youth football, man. Understand. You have to use vehicles to reach children. Kids love football. Go coach football. And use it as a venue to just drop knowledge. Go do it. Kids love baseball. Go coach baseball. Use it as a venue to build character. I'm a football coach. I use it as a venue to build character. Big picture versus the little picture.
Personally, what do you want to see change as an end result from all the time and effort you sacrifice towards the betterment of your people and the community?
I would love to see, particularly for Newtown, Newtown, I would love to see, more cohesive. You need competition in order to foster a healthy market. It's a capitalistic society. But it's a difference between cutthroat competition and just iron and sharpen iron. You can sharpen iron with iron. But you going below the belt sometimes with cutting people out, with assassinating people's character. We're doing so. There's no real stability. As far as the movement. But I love the movement that's going on now. A lot of young progressive minds are really trying to make a big difference, and they're doing great things, and they're really doing what they're supposed to do.
Shout out some of the boys, some of the young kings and queens you're proud of. Let some people know what's going on with the youth. Shout them out real quick.
A lot. Terrence Gilly, Ed James, Dominique Harris, Dwight Fitch, Don Bell, Women and Men with a Purpose, Rock Waters, Marcus Waters, Anthony Hubbard, Shar Goodwin, Brian Hudson, Derek Timmons.
Name after name, man. It's all out here.
We can go to Manatee County. We can get Greg Cruz. We can get Craig Crown Roundtree. Craig Roundtree, DB coach. I think he do great work in the community. We can go. Power program real serious. We can go. There's a lot of Rob doing some good things in the neighborhood. A lot of people doing great things. We gotta keep it going.
For real. A lot of y'all ain't on my list yet, but I'm coming for y'all. Y'all gonna get on this camera, let the people know what's up. Appreciate that shout out, man. Everybody gonna love that, letting them know what's going on in the community. As y'all can see, we got plenty of positive role models, positive influences, people in the community doing something positive. Running out of things to touch on. You wanna give any words of advice or helpful information to share with the people?
Anybody can make a difference, man. No matter your background, like I said, no matter what you come from, done. Trust me, everybody has greatness in it. Everything has greatness in it. I use this all the time. Every single person on this earth was put here for a purpose. Period. Point blank.
I'm believing in that. We're getting ready to wrap it up. Any closing remarks, social media plugs where they can find you?
Facebook, Leroy Butler. You can find me on Facebook. Coach at Booker High School, so I'm always in the slide through Newtown. You'll see me somewhere.
All right, and any events or work coming up that you're gonna be involved with, that people can come see you or be involved with?
We have on May 28th. We're having a Youth Empowerment Day. Youth Empowerment Day, May 28th at Booker Middle School from 9 in the morning to 1. It's May 28th. It's gonna be real tight. Man. We're gonna have character building stations, fun, food. It'll be real tight, something real.
All right. Looking forward to that. We'll put that on the calendar, May 28th.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up. That's all. Thank you for your time, the information. Been a nice conversation with you. Everything you presented to the people will definitely be helpful in some type of way. Once again, peace and black powers, African Empowerment Network. We out till next time. Peace.